Welcome back to Sunshine Forest on Farming Simulator 25. In today's episode, we're building a bridge. With me, MrSealyp. As you've just seen, another log delivery done. What didn't even... It's typical, isn't it? How long have I been doing this? How many log contracts? It's because I got into that habit on Riverbend Springs of having my own gear. When I said about the contracts I had, the rock breaking, and I forgot about the lease of the vehicle. Obviously, because I don't have a log vehicle, so it wasn't the full amount I got. But with that one done as well, so that's 2 log deliveries and the rock breaking, we're up to 17,918. We were a little bit higher, but I bought myself an axe. Now, that was done earlier. There goes the train again. As I was cycling, I've been cycling around actually. I've been doing a bit of a reconnoiter around the area, and I've come across mounds, various different piles and mounds and things. At some point, if we want to get the latrines up and running, they've had some kind of organic waste failure here. I mean, it's that's going to need cleaning. We're going to clear that out. But I found some piles of gravel. There's some sand. There's some bits and bobs about. Where did I find them? Over here. Here we go. There's a pile of sand there. There's some gravel. Now, yeah, the problem I got is because this is owned by the ministry. And for those of you wondering, if you haven't watched me do one of these types before, the ministry. I'm playing on multiplayer. That's so I can have 2 different farms. My farm, this one, where I started with absolutely nothing, the ministry has money, and the ministry can send me stuff in if they want to, but, it gives me the ability to be able to, when I'm doing a storyline or whatever I'm doing, move stuff around as I need to. But I've been, cycling about. I found, where was it? There was a pile. I can't even remember myself. Over by the lorry, there was some stuff. Anyway, all that being said, I've got a deadwood contract. Now, the deadwood contract, all I've got to do is cut the trees down, which I can do to start off with. Now, everyone will be saying, but you can take them away and you can get the money for them. If I take them straight to the sawmill, I can, but I've got no means of doing that at the moment. So what I can do is the first few deadwood ones I do, I'm just going to take them down. I'm going to lop the trees down, and I've got myself an axe, which cost me 50. Now, in this portion, since purchasing my my saw, which I did, I got a message, a very nice message. Let me just, so here we've got soil of some description. I don't know if that was topsoil, that's just soil. Anyway, there's some piles of stuff knocking about. And as I was on my way out, I cycled past something and suddenly thought, hang on a mo, I have a plan forming in my head. Which I'm going to try now. I was just having a quick chat to Noah. You saw me walk over. I was just talking to him about the situation. He let me know there was an axe available, so I grabbed that. We're cycling out past here. Here we go. As I cycled out past here, out towards the woodland, I saw that and suddenly thought, oh, hang on a minute. A wheelbarrow. We've got some wheelbarrows. We've got one that's a bit funky, one that's got straps and a capacity. If I could get the ministry to send me in a wheelbarrow and a shovel, I could at least start. There's a hand cart, there's a few bits and bobs. Now, I want to do a few more log contracts. I'm again, from the last episode, I'm in a bit of a dilemma at the moment. I'm thinking telehandler, but then I thought, you know what, I want to go with something with the front loader. I don't tend to do front loader ops very often. And I thought what might fit in quite nicely here, and it's quite a handy one, this. Was it medium tractors? Where was it? No, have I not installed it? Oh, I have, yeah, look. A Zator. I thought about getting a Zator, maybe. I mean, I haven't said whereabouts in the world we are, but they're not expensive. And I was thinking, because these got up to 150 horsepower. I'm sure it was 150 horsepower for not a huge amount of money. I think this one here, albeit two-wheel drive, but they do have an option for. I'm sure they had an option for front loader, front lights, exhaust attachers. Oh, maybe not. Did I dream that? Oh, okay, maybe not then. I'll have a look through. I could have sworn. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so I need to look at some options. Something really cheap that's got okay horsepower with a front loader attacher, so I'll start attaching buckets or grabs or whatever I want to start moving logs around to help me with various different contracts. And just generally, like once I'm cutting down a few trees, part of I have got a few mandates. Mandates of clearings of forest, looking for some old mining equipment, or not mining equipment, a mining area. I've got to part of the forest here that's owned by them. I've got some trees to cut down. Now, when I take those trees, because I don't own the land, it's their trees. I'm pretty sure when I sell those trees or bring them over to the lumberyard or put them on the train, whatever we end up doing with them, I won't get paid, but the ministry will pay me for that lumber. So I've got a job of clearing some lumber for them, and if I can build up to a point where I need about 50 grand, and that's the thing, is that, like I said before, scales of economy. Whereas I'm on, I need to shop tonight. On Prairie Farm, I'm earning big money for the contracts, but what I need to buy is big machinery, so that big money disappears really quickly. On here, I'm thinking I need 100 grand, 50 odd grand for a tractor with front loader and a couple of bits of equipment, 50 odd grand for a plot of land, and I'm off. We're off to the races. That 100 grand is going to be hard to get to. It's going to be hard to achieve without. I'm going to have to chuck in quite a few delivery contracts and stuff like that, which I can do. I absolutely can do. But I'm going to end up putting in the same amount of time as I would do on Prairie Farm, doing a job that might earn me, you know, or a couple of jobs that might earn me a couple of 100,000. Like I say, it's just a scale. It's just the way it works. So let's get on to the order system, because I'm thinking, was it under hand tools or miscellaneous? And I'll show you. Look at all this cool gear. Not that one. Oh, where is it? Oh, please tell me I have. Well, there's the shovel. I want the shovel. Standard. We'll go 800 because that'll be a little bit easier. I'll change all the stuff on this. We'll get that. Where's that going to be then? Miscellaneous under here. There it is. 500. That's all. We're going to go for a larger capacity as well. Light, yes, because I absolutely love the fact you can have this with a light on it. How cool is that? Cover, do you want to cover? And I was also reached out after I did the look at this to let me know you can do passenger support on this, so you can put a passenger in. That hadn't even dawned on me that could be a thing, but apparently it is. Let's go with that. Cover colour, not too bothered about. Handles, colour. Should we go red? Yeah, let's spice things up. Lamp colour, it's got to be yellow. Has to be a yellow lamp. Like the old waterproof ones. Rim colour we'll leave as is, I think. So, this we're going to buy. That'll have to get brought in for us. And then... Oh, the shovel, yeah. So that and the shovel, I might be able to put some logs across the top of it, because I'm sure this has a tension strap as well. So like the smaller logs, take those over. If I can shovel up any of the gravel, so what I can do is do the logs into the river. If you missed the first episode, I'm going to try and build a bridge. I feel like Intrepid. I feel like... oh no. Oh, that's how my brain works. I feel like Indiana Jones, but we're going to be building a bridge. So we could be Bridge It Jones. Okay, I'll stop there. Right, I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to get both of these ordered, and then we'll go and lop some trees down. And we'll see if we can get this bridge done. If we can get the bridge done, that gives us a shortcut, and then we can go over and get the Deadwood contract done, and that'll be our next step. I think getting that bridge done is important. And again, I had people messaging me after the last episode saying, why don't you just buy the land either side of it and put a bridge in? It'll be easier. Yeah. Yeah, it would. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to say anymore. Okay then, they're on order. Be coming by train soon. I've just taken another wood contract, a wood transport, and it's literally just over there. It's not too far away, so it should be fine. I'm going to try. Again, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the multiplayer rules, whether or not, as far as logging goes, if I've got permissions for, like, if I've got contractor access, can I cut down trees on land I don't own? I can't remember. I thought what we'll try and do, because they own, like I say, we come down this road a little bit, and then they own a bit off to the left, but I'm just thinking they do own all this land out here. Can I take down, like, this one here? One that's going to be easy for me to deal with. That's going to take a lot of limb removal. I need straight stuff. I'm going to take the end bits because they're smaller. When our wheelbarrow arrives, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the smaller logs across the wheelbarrow, strap them on, and then wheel them out. I honestly, like I say, this is all just daft as a brush stuff. Let's go up. Where's my axe gone? Has it been stowed? This keeps doing this. There's our 2 contracts. I keep finding when things go missing, especially with hand tools. Come into here. There you go. There's our axe. Pick up. Put it away for some reason. Anyway, it was 50. There we go. This thing, when I've got it, this thing's an absolute weapon. I mean, it is yeah, it is a weapon. We know that, but it's okay. Look, let's go low. 2 chops, don't know my own strength. It doesn't make a lot of sound, doesn't that? Anyway, so while we're onto this, I got sidetracked and didn't say the rest of the stuff I was going to say. So let's say that when we can, I'm lopping all these down. I'm going to be taking the ends. Because the ends I can carry. With enough of them, put left, right, we can fill up the riverbed. Hopefully. Then if I can grab some gravel or sand or something into the wheelbarrow, put it over that. How am I going to level it? Don't know. If I'm just careful, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even think it's going to work. What I need to do, how long do we need? I need it to be sort of 6-8 feet, but enough that I can pick it up as well. Wow, that's crazy. Can I pick that up? No. So we take some off that. What about now? How about now? Okay, that's not too bad. Let's stick that on the road. How long is that? Right, so that width, we can get a lorry over that. So I'm thinking if we go left, right, and have enough of those in the river. Again, if it lets me, I would do these, but I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with those. That's the plan. Anyway, I'm going to get onto this message. I received a message. There was a little note tucked into the door at the shop. I was going around doing some bits and bobs. There was a note, and it says, "Hello, MrSealyp. I've heard you're trying to revitalise the Sunshine Forest community, but you don't even have a chainsaw." You're quite correct. I don't even have a chainsaw. I left it behind in my other trousers. Please take this old chainsaw of my grandfather's. I no longer have a use for it, and it sounds like you do. Sincerely, Hank Oliver. So it's very kind of him. So what we'll do at some point, I'm going to pay for it. I'm not just going to take it. I mean, that would be, you know, a pretty poor show of me. Let's bring that back to here. So I need to take a few more down. The problem is, though, because this is... See what I mean? I've turned around and I'm like, because this tree came down in the long grass. How do you lose a tree that big? I took the end off of it, not the... Where? What? I can't even see the stump. Oh, here it is. Where's that gone? How did I know? Oh, I suppose because the tree was that way, I ended up out on the road all the way down here. So what I need to do as well, I really do need to do a few. I need to do some more contracts. I need to get... I thought I was going to go for a pickup first, but I think something for moving logs around, something so I can get log contracts done, something so I can just manipulate things will be better than getting a pickup first, I think. I thought I'd go the pickup route, but now I'm thinking, but if I do the pickup route, I don't know. Like I say, it's a chunk of money for both options. So this then... whenever I get whatever I'm going to get, I've got to remember where they all are. What I need is you need little markers you can stick in the ground. As I'm going to miss a load, I'll then chop these up, and then these will go onto the train or to the lumber yard. And like I say, because I don't own these, just this type and length, doesn't say who's owned by, just the mass. Maybe I will get paid for it. I guess the thing to do would be, let's... I suppose it's a little bit frustrating that we don't have on the back of here, we don't have a little strap. I thought we'd have a little tension strap on the back of here. I could have put one log on the back of there. So we'll do, let's go back over and see whether or not our stuff's been delivered. If it's been delivered, then we're absolutely golden. We can grab the wheelbarrow, grab the shovel. Let's see if I can put some stuff on it. Then I'll cut some more trees down a little bit further along. I'll find some more I can cut down. We'll take the first few over and put them in and see if it even works, if that will start to fill the thing up. Putting bigger logs in would make more sense. I could fill the river up faster, but I don't have anything to manipulate them. But I could, I guess... I don't know why, again, I'm shying away from leasing stuff. I could lease from the ministry a piece of equipment, but I don't want to jump ahead and onto big stuff. I can't afford to lease big stuff, but I suppose I could lease something now, couldn't I? I'm trying to think, is there a cheap skid steer loader that I could lease? Maybe. Yes, we're here. We are in business. Keep forgetting where I've left the bike as well, which doesn't help. By the end of this episode, I'm building that bridge. Well, I hope so. Tension strap off. Can we pick that up? Yes. Oh. Thought it was tension strapped in. Right, so I can lift that and walk with it. That's probably going to be quicker, because it'll have a speed that we can go at, which will probably be about 4 miles an hour. Like I say, I don't know. Actually, should we try and... is it worth me trying to scoop up some gravel, see if it'll let me put some gravel in it? I assume it will still work when it's got contents in it as well as... like I say, I don't know. First time kind of using this. Again, all these things I will often use on a mod review, to show them on a mod review, but then don't sort of use them in anger. And then I'll get to a point like this. What stuff's this? Well, drop that. It's not too thick. Would that work? I don't know. I don't know. And now I can't pick up. That's weird. Start your engines. Put it somewhere you can see it. Oh, did that? Huh? I didn't even use a shovel. What happened there? We've got construction gravel in it. Huh? What happened? Oh, it's just... don't even need the shovel, so I can do it. Oh my days, and I think I've got some on the shovel as well. So we're at 2,800 litres of construction gravel. It did work. Okay, now we're cooking. Oh, looks like my arms are gonna snap. Well, this is gonna take a little while to get down there. Let's see if I can strap. Let's just turn that on. Horn. Love it. And that's all come off the back of me, just cycling past there, seeing a wheelbarrow. My brain went, hang on a minute, there's a wheelbarrow with straps. And then when I was looking, I saw the hand cart as well, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, that might work too. So if you're getting started, you don't even have a pickup, Yes, it's going to take you ages to walk anywhere to do stuff like this, but it just goes to show. I mean, the wheelbarrow cost me 700 in the end with the changes I made, and the shovel was, what was the shovel? Can't remember now. It wasn't expensive. And actually, it turns out I might not even need the shovel, which, fair enough, that's okay. I really thought I'd have to just... it was all those things, you know, in your head you think, this is a good idea, let's try it. It's only a stupid idea if it doesn't work. But you've learned another way not to do something. And I thought, well, one, will the wheelbarrow work anyway? Two, will the shovel be able to shovel the stuff up and put it into the wheelbarrow? Because we're using multiple different mods here that I don't know if they'll all work together. Then three, I don't own the land and the stuff's piled up there. Will I be able to shovel it up even though I don't own the land? All of those things all went cha-ching, 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 done. So, what we'll do, we'll see if we can... This is going to be ridiculous. But, again, if it works, I don't care. We'll take one over as a proof of concept. I'll grab a small... Stop. Right, engine off, drop that. Can I go? This really should not work, should it? If I can balance it. Oh, that's not good. Let's work out where the centre of gravity is on this. A little bit further along. Maybe there. That's not too bad. Can we tension strap? I have officially lost the plot. Absolutely lost the plot. Right, where was the tree down? I need to find the end of the tree. It was further along here, wasn't it? Where was it? Oh. It's here. What? Oh, I obviously moved it. Yes, I did. Oh, dear. Sorry. Right, let's grab that. Can we put that in the wheelbarrow as well? We are loading this thing up. Can I do another tension? Am I going to even be able to wheel this? Another tension strap? Shit. Might have overextended that tension strap. Start the engine. Whoa. No, don't. Please work. Oh, I really need you to work. Please don't stick in the ground like that. Turn. Yeah, straighten up. Take your time. Nice and straight. I mean, we're going. Right, okay, I'm going to see you over the sawmill in a minute. First thing I'm going to do at the lumber mill, put that big chunk in, sell it and see if we get paid or they get paid. That's another test. Then we're going to go, without trying to turn too much, I've got to be very careful how I turn. Whoa! We're rocketing along. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to put too many on there, but that's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards. But at the end of the day, like I say, it's my time I'm wasting, not yours, don't worry. You won't have to... I'll skip ahead those bits, it'll be fine. And we'll see if we can make this work. Oh, I suppose the next thing I'll do will be when I get a log contract over that side, we'll then have to drive something over it and see what happens. Just thinking, could I put some heavier logs on the sides of it if stuff did move? To weight it down. No, don't turn too much, don't do anything silly. Stay upright. We had a bit of a mishap. I think the shovel moved and I seemed to spread gravel all up along the road. I think it was 800 litres off the shovel that spread. So what we'll see now then, what are we on? 17,158. Okay, we did get paid. Fair enough, okay. So we know then we can cut the trees down for them. They haven't got to move money around for us, so we can clear the bit of forest there for them. We'll get paid for the wood. That's good. The problem I seem to have at the moment, the wheelbarrow was going fine to start off with, but I couldn't slow it down. And it just kept going and going and going. I've got to see now if I can take off the... I'm going to need to do something else. I thought this would be... You know, it does kind of work, but also kind of not work. Will it let me grab that shovel out? There we go. Ah, there we go. That's what happened. The shovel turned over. which is not what you want. Let's see. I need to rotate it so we can get it into a better... Why is it not twisting the way I want it to twist? Let's try that. Yeah, we had a bit of a mishap here, look. Oops. Looking. Is there any more along here in the verge? Like I say, I just that's weird. Are we full? So I must have lost some. Yeah, 800. Okay, right. Then what we might do is pop this on the floor, and we'll just use the thing for the time being, because like I say, I don't technically need this, but having 800 litres there, we can always put in something in a little while. Right, so what I've got to do now then is take this over to the river and see if we can put the log in. Okay. So I've got my cruise control set as 0. So I'm hoping if I kind of let off... No, it's done it again. No, come on. And we're off to the races again. Look. Come on. It worked fine to start off with. Let's cruise control back up again. What's it go up to? 7. But we were doing about 10 or 11, right. No, it's not going to do it, is it? Oh. Just going backwards would be better. Backwards seems to be staying level. Stop. 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 I cut another one down on my way. I thought, you know what, should I try and balance it? And I tell you what, backing up. Oh, backing up is the way. Ah, dear. Isn't it funny? The stuff you do on Farming Simulator and the things you never think you're going to do on Farming Simulator. And then you find yourself doing this. Taking a thumbnail and your brain's going, what? And I'm pretty sure that when Giants thought this all up and people started making mods, and this is what I keep saying, I'm sure that when this mod was made, the wheelbarrow and stuff, people thought, they'll use it for this, they'll use it for that. I bet no one thought some moron is going to put some trees on it. Oh, actually, I'm going to go a little bit further along. It's got a lot of bulrushes and stuff here, which are not in the way, but I just want to be able to see what we're doing. Actually, they might go all the way along. I'll try and find a spot where we're open. I don't want it too wide, don't want it too deep. I don't want to go too far. Like I say, it's supposed to be a shortcut. It's no point if we carry... Actually, I don't think we're going to, are we? We might just have to pick a spot. I suppose we can always landscape around it, can't we? Goes across the road just there. It's got a bit further where there's no more bushes. And then I'll be going backwards and forwards. I'm going to go back and get... I think 2 at a time works. If I can balance it, 2 at a time, in reverse. If we can... Hey, don't hit that tree, don't hit that tree, don't hit that tree. Let's say using bigger logs would work better. Would be quicker to fill the void. But I'm not going to be able to... Actually, how wide is this here? Oh, no. Okay, let's undo the tension straps. Let's do that and that. No, where are you going? No, 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 no. Don't do that, please. Whoa, there we go. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not too bad. It's quite steep, the sides. Can we fill... I don't even know. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know. It's a zany idea. I had late at night and I thought, oh, you know what? It's actually going to be a lot deeper than I thought, isn't it? It's going to take a lot of logs to fill this up. But if I can get them to sit Yes, we can get a bit wet, but kind of perpendicular-ish. Level them like that. Get enough in here. I reckon we could do it. The problem I'm going to have is remembering where the crossing point is, so I'm going to have to mark that, but I can't mark it because I don't own the land. So how am I going to remember? Farm dog's not sure either. Right, I'm going to go and get some more. I'm going to leave this in here. Do I put this in a pile of thought? No, we'll leave this in here for the time being. Oh, that's a good point. Is it going to let me pour this out if I don't own the land? Maybe off of a shovel? Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah, it might not. Might didn't it? Let's have a check on the old map-a-doodle here. Yeah, I don't think, because that's on that plot, which is one of the ones I was going to buy. Oh, wow, okay. So if we buy that, we'll own the land. So what we could do is just get to a point where that's where our Deadwood contract is, and that's where our next... I mean, it doesn't pay very well, because I've had to borrow equipment. It'll be just under £2,000, I think, for that one. The next log delivery. But I do know now that if I cut down some of their trees, if I lop that up into smaller bits, we could make a bit of money getting some trees over. But I need to build up enough money. It's all those... That list of things is growing again, of equipment and machinery that I need to make this work. They look really small in there now, don't they? What was I even thinking? What was I even thinking? Right. We should be right going back. Shouldn't have any issues. So this plot of land, if I buy it, there's not a lot of forestry on it, but I've got some open land. There's somewhere for me to pitch a tent that I can call my own. And it does give us some option then, of course, for potentially, if we get a tractor, we could get a plough, we could get some farming going, we could get ourselves, like I say, a tent, and then we can get ourselves some corn on the go, some potatoes maybe. I don't know. It means them leasing or buying a seeder. We'll get there. We will get there. This is the inaugural. Can I build a bridge first, and we'll go from there. For all those of you that were already shouting at the screen, I had a big brain moment. I was coming back over with the wheelbarrow, and I was coming on the track here thinking, right, I need to head for the woodland, which is just sort of through there. And came past my log pile, which I've got for my log delivery contract, and then suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I've got some stuff here for doing the log delivery contract. Now, I'm not going to try and take that to sell that. I suppose I could do. Unlike where you go onto fields to do contract work, this log contract equipment that I've got for doing this, there's nothing to stop me picking up other logs. So I cut down one more tree. The two I'd already done, and I've got another thin one. What I'm going to do is take those thin ones out of the water, put these ones in to pad it out, put the thin ones on top, and then go. I'm still not sure I'm going to be able to unload the gravel on top though, because I don't own the land. But like I say, if we can at least get over it, maybe. Once we can afford to buy the land, then maybe I can make it a bit more kind of permanent. Mind you, once we own the land, I can just put a bridge in, I suppose. This is just a temporary fix, and I don't know how well it's going to work, but yeah. And I thought, but I tell you what, same as it was in the last episode, I'm really enjoying using this crane. It's doing the job well. I haven't had any issues with it really. Sometimes one of the arms on this particular one, I didn't do it on the other one, on the arm, one of the arms stays up at a funny angle, so all you have to do is just close the grab completely, reopen it, and it's fine. I've got to find my spot. It was over by one of these trees. What I'm thinking is, where I've got that longer one that's sticking out there, and I've got a stubby bit there, what I might do is put a couple of logs standing upright on the floor, so you can see them sticking up out the grass. Oh dear, yeah, I mean, will it work? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Was it out past this tree? I guess the thing to do is now look in the river. See if we can see a couple of logs. I can see a shape. I can see some shapes just over here. This is where we decided to do it. So it's by this tree, which is great. I suppose what I could do once I own the land... Oh no. We'll work it out. So what I need to do is take those small ones out. What we need is a bunk that tips. So I can just tip these straight in. That would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? What I'm going to do is take this smaller one off the top, because I want the smaller ones at the top, because that should make hopefully a slightly smoother, flatter surface. Let's lose that in the grass. Let's get back in the water. Grab that one out. If I haven't got quite enough, that's not a problem. I'll just go and get some more. Drop that there. If I can put the other one on top, I should be able to find them. Bridget Jones. Oh, that still makes me smile. I have a very strange brain. Righto then. Right, what I'm going to do is let's get the axe out, and let's just lop that end bit off there. What? I can't cut this tree because I'm not on land that's owned by somebody else now, so I can't. You can't make out, can you? Right, okay. This one here though, I can grab that out. So I say my plan was wherever I put the thing in, if I get a long enough stump like that and stand it like that, as long as I can see it out of the grass, I'll put my slightly longer one. If I put one on one side and one on the other, I can, when I'm coming across the land, I can see where my posts are, where I'm aiming for my shortcut. Again, assuming of course this even works. This could be an absolute disaster. And I'm going to look a right old Charlie, aren't I? But I guess the only way to find out now is to just... How many can I grab? 2 maybe? No, 1 maybe? It's funny because it picks up 2 of the contract ones, no problem at all. No, I can't see what I mean. But the grab does that. Just close it right up, open it back out again, and you'll be absolutely golden. So maybe we'll only do 1. Grab 1 then. Do 1 at a time. Yay! But we'll fill the water up a lot quicker. He says. Swing that round. Oh, got to be careful. I haven't put the legs out. Rotate. I need to be closer. Definitely need to be closer. Let's drop that one in. Hopefully it'll roll to the bottom. That's, you know, I mean, I suppose the other thing I could just do is drive into the water, and I know it's that you know, the whole nefarious thing. I could just drive into the water and just reset the vehicle. This isn't going to be enough, is it? That's a lot deeper than it looks. Or does it look as deep as it is? I don't know, maybe. I need to put the legs out. Where are we? Support group legs. We need some support. Tilt that? Do I need to tilt that? Not really. I'll leave that as it is. Right, switch that back. Again, I'll see in a bit once I've unloaded all these. And we'll see where we're at. I don't know. Come on. One then. Just one. Don't you dare. Really? Can't swim the water. Do that. Close that a bit. Bring that in a bit. Drop that down a bit. There we go. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. It's 12:33. I mean, regardless of, I mean, I know, like I say, I hope you're enjoying what's going on. I'm having a whale of a time. I'm loving it. Something a bit different to sink your teeth into, isn't it? This is definitely the plot of land I think I'm going to be trying to purchase. But that being said, I'd like to say I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to tip this because it requires you to unload. If you don't unload the land, you can't unload. The shovel may also be the same in that when you try to tip it, if you don't own the land, I'm not sure it's going to pour out onto the floor. That all being said, what I'm going to do... Stop. Engine off. That's my engine, of course. We kind of have a thing, you know? I can't chop any of those. I was going to try and trim them, but again, I don't own the land, so I net me. But I've got some some very varying different lengths. But what I thought I'd do, and this is from up there, I've come out of my way, but I want to see if this will work. Now, admittedly, the larger log transport contracts that have been over here, and this is why I was creating the shortcut, require the lorry and the trailer, or they offer the lorry and the trailer. I don't know how they'd get on over this, and I don't even know if this is going to work. So I'm going to say this now. It's certainly better than going down into the water in that deep ditch. And is it a temporary fix, a temporary solution? Yes. Will I be able to put gravel on it? Don't know. I mean, I suppose that the other option, again, I'm trying to think what people might be thinking or saying, or... I mean, it's working. It's a little bit of a splash here and there. But I've got a couple more logs there we could put in. Hey, look, it's a bridge. It's not quite the bridge to Terabithia, but, you know, it's not bad. Like I said, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know how we would do this anyway. I don't think we're even going to get on there, are we? I think it's going to be better off with the... Oh no, please, back up. Oh no. Oh no, I tell what we can do. Turn the engine off. Can we pick this up, or is that too heavy now? Oh, we've got this gravel in it. Come on, there we go. Okay, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I can try with the shovel, but we have got a crossing point. I've left this stump here. I've got a couple of slightly longer ones a bit further over, which I can bring over with the wheelbarrow at some point. But that should do for the time being. As I said, we have got this contract's got to be completed. Farmland. There we go. Sunbeam Creek. So I suppose we could call it Sunbeam Bridge, couldn't we? It is the bridge over the Sunbeam. I'm assuming that's a waterlogged point and not a ford. All this time, and there could well have been, or I should have cycled out over there. I'm also considering if I can pick up sand or gravel or whatever, like I've done here, again potentially with the shovel. I'm wondering whether I can put a level crossing in. Like we've got the level crossing here, but we have to sort of come out, drive round along the road to the crossing over. Whether or not, if I can put sand and gravel in amongst the tracks, the train should still run, but just give me a smoother passing point over the tracks, maybe here. Again, don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to take this, drop this off. What I was going to say was, yeah, that's where our deadwood contract is, and we've got our axe now, so I can whiz over and do that at any point. I suppose now we've got the bridge, I could whiz over and do it now. Shall I do that now, and then we'll take this back and we'll deliver that. And maybe with the shovel over there, I could try with the shovel and see if we can. I mean, I could splash through there on foot anyway, but I'm just thinking with vehicles and stuff when we start doing this. Which direction are we heading? It's over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just lop the trees down, get that one done as well, get those logs delivered, and then it'll be moving forward. Yeah. Again, have I done what I set out to do in this episode? Yeah, kind of. It's that thing of I was kind of hoping for that perfectly smooth, put some gravel or something, sand or stones or something across the top of it. If I could drag something across that, like a leveler or a bucket, and smooth it right out, it'd be perfect, But I don't think we're going to get perfection with that. So it will just be a temporary fix. The real test is going to be when we get one of the bigger log contracts, and we we see if we can actually get the lorry across it. So we need our axe has gone into storage again. Why does it keep doing that? Hand tools, pick up. Boom. Right. So we want to find the marked trees. Let's put that away for a second. Within the circle. That's not a deadwood though, is it? Where are... Oh, there we go. There she blows. Let's get these down. Is it marked? It is. Should be nice and quick with this as well. Boom. It's easier because it's a little bit thinner here, so we can actually look through the canopy and find the, well, hopefully find the deadwoods. I'm saying that. There we go, is that one? We're just about inside the boundary. Right, let's get these done. And what I'm probably going to do off camera between this and the next episode, do a few more transport jobs and try and build up a bit of money, either to buy that plot of land or to buy a pickup or to buy a tractor. I haven't decided which yet, and we'll then get those shipped in, and that'll give us a little bit more scope. I can cut some more trees down on the land owned by the ministry, and we can start getting some logs sold and start ramping up our money, and then we can really get our teeth into it. But this was just the initial. Yeah, what was I going to say earlier? Oh yeah, I was going to say. I guess there's that. I mean, I could just borrow money from the bank. I don't have to borrow from the ministry, which we could borrow from the ministry. But I could get a bank loan. At the end of the day, I'm running this business, and if we have to borrow money from the bank to get some equipment and machinery, and then pay it back, we could do that. I mean, that of course is another option. It's not something I generally do very often. I tend not I avoid getting bank loans. I have done them. I've done them on various different Let's Plays as well. But I kind of, I don't know why, not shy away from it, but right. I'll see you in a minute, just to show that we're out of doing it. I'll go back to the vehicle, get that delivered, and Bob's your uncle. We'll give a go with the old shovel and see what happens there, with regard to maybe potentially trying our own level crossing type deal. Right. That's half of them done anyway. It was 10, wasn't it? Was it 10? Oh, 9. That's all right. This one. So as you've just seen, as a proof of concept, it does work. We are putting it down. I had a couple of little peaks there, and I thought what I'll do is just drive the tractor, and it did smooth them a little bit. So I'm hoping if this works like compacting a silo or something like that, if I can get some more down in between, I've got to keep an eye out. Always a bad idea to have your back to where the train's coming. If I can get some more in there, just get it up to the level of the tracks, or at least the sleepers, tracks in the middle, sleepers at the side, then it's not as much of a bump over. It could work, you know. Still a bump fully at the moment, but we can reduce that, I reckon. So what we'll do, like I say, it is a proof of concept. Let's get this wood delivered. We have finished our deadwood contract. We'll complete on both of those, and that will be the end of this episode. We kind of bridged. I'm going to try and take the shovel over and see if I can pour some onto there. Like I said, I don't know if that'll be a thing, but we can but try, can't we? At the end of the day, we're done. So we are complete on that. Complete on that. Anything else active? Nothing new at the moment. We'll see if anything else pops up. When we're up to 20 grand. I mean, we've made a good start. At the end of the day, like I say, the bits of equipment we bought today cost barely anything, and that using the equipment that was provided for a contract, a cunning strategy. We may employ that moving further forward. I'm going to go and grab the shovel, grab some more gravel, see if I can smooth that out a little bit if I can. But I will see you on the next episode. Like I say, between now and then, hopefully get a few more bits and bobs done, maybe a few more wood transport contracts and stuff done, and then hopefully we have a bit of money to then buy a bit of equipment, whether it be a pickup, whether it be a tractor, whether it be... I was looking at some of the excavators and stuff, but they're like, I think the cheapest is 160 grand, and it's 190 and then up from there, so it does get a bit pricey. The JCB backhoe, there's a few I thought might work. I think it's 108 grand for the Merlot. So I don't know. We'll have a fiddle around, see what we can do. But hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you'll join me. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.